Hello and welcome to the latest Web User vodcast. My name's Daniel Booth, I'm Deputy Editor of Web User. Joining me today is Ben Jones, he's our News Editor. Now, this is going to be a special Web User vodcast. We're going to be talking about Firefox 3, which launched earlier this week, 6 PM on Tuesday to be precise, and it's already made a massive impact. 8 million times it's been downloaded in the first 24 hours. I think the Guinness Book of World Records are analysing the data to see whether that is officially a world record. And Ben was one of the 8 million people to download it.
This is true.
During the first 24 hours?
Yes, I did. Although there were some problems initially actually getting onto the servers. We were all here in the office, staying a bit late at 6 o'clock that evening. And yeah, we were unable to get on. And apparently, it took a couple of hours. We obviously got bored and went home. But no, we managed to download it the next morning, so it's still within the 24 hours. I think Mozilla probably would have broken the world record because it's, well, there was no actual world record in place before that. You know, there isn't actually a software download record mark to beat, so I think they've probably beaten it because it's beating nothing really. But
precisely, yeah. And you've had a couple of days to get used to it and to get familiarise yourself with the new browser. What are your impressions?
Well, I really like it. Obviously, we've been chatting with the guys from Mozilla for quite a long time about the new release, and I went and met them a couple of weeks back, had breakfast with the European president, a guy called Tristan Nito. He's a very intelligent man, and yeah, he had an awful lot to say. One of the main features that he was really trying to expound to me was the improved security. You know, there's all sorts of things that have been built into the new browser to sort of make sure we're safe online, and that's one of the most important things, I think. So.
Okay, and what about the interface? A lot has been said about the interface. It's slicker, smarter, easier to use. Have you found it that way?
Yes, I have. I think one criticism that people used to level at Firefox and older versions of it was that it didn't look very kind of modern, didn't look very up to date. The new interface has kind of changed all that, and it looks much more snazzy. In terms of the controls, everything's where you'd want it to be. So I think it is pretty easy to use.
And what about the Awesome Bar? Now, I say
Awesome Bar.
It's actually a different name, but it was nicknamed the Awesome Bar.
That's right. Yeah, it's actually called the Smart Location Bar. It was called the Awesome Bar because the people who were using it liked it a lot. So it's just kind of a nickname that it picked up. But what it does essentially is it allows you to type in part of the URL or a keyword from the title of the web page that you've previously looked at, and it would bring up a list in your browser bar of the sites that have got that keyword, that kind of data and URL, and it just allows you to quickly find stuff.
Yeah, so it's making searching smarter, more quicker, just more improved and more intuitive.
Very much so, yes.
Okay, how do you think Internet Explorer, how do you think IE will respond to the launch of Firefox 3?
Right, okay, well, they, what they actually did is some of the engineers sent a cake to Mozilla. Now, this is a long-standing tradition. It started with Netscape and Internet Explorer. When Internet Explorer, the first incarnation of that launched, Netscape sent a cake to Microsoft. So I imagine when Internet Explorer 8, which is the next release of IE that's due, the second beta isn't due until August, may not see it even this year. I mean, it's...
But could Internet Explorer see what Firefox have done at this late stage of their development and say, okay, we're going to try and do our own version of this? And
I think the feature set of IE 8 is pretty much decided. As I understand it, there are a couple of things that we've possibly talked about before. Activities, which is well, it's just a way of kind of integrating a web service into another web page. So you're on a web page, for example, it's got the postcode of somewhere you want to go. Highlight the postcode, right click, then you'll get the choice of some mapping services, online mapping services. You'll just click on one of those, you'll get a little preview of this mapping service. It'll give you a little map of where that postcode is. So you don't actually have to leave the web page, it's just something really quick like that. So that's one of the cool features that IE 8 is going to have. Okay,
well, we'll look forward to that. And quickly just tell everybody where you can download Firefox 3 from.
If you go to www.getfirefox.com, then you can download Firefox 3.
Wonderful. Okay, well, go on. I've had a go as well, and I'm finding it rather fun and snazzy and very exciting. And of course, out there in the shops at the moment is the new Web User issue. We've got 50 fantastic freebies for you to find online. Fantastic stuff, free films, free cash, free software, free books, lots of free stuff to help you beat the credit crunch. So enjoy Firefox, enjoy Web User. I'm Daniel Booth signing off, and here's Ben Jones, and we're saying goodbye. See you later.